Do you have some messages you want Agency MVP to automatically send out for you? Well, you can use MVP's custom workflows to create that automation. MVP has several different kinds of workflows, but the custom workflows allows you to create any kind of automation you could want in MVP. Some examples include quote follow-up or customer review. To create a custom workflow, click your name in the top right and then click Workflows. Then click Create Custom Workflow. For the sake of this example, we'll do a customer review workflow. We'll title it Customer Review, and then we will select who is notified for the text responses. Click the checkbox next to each staff member's name that needs to receive notifications of any text responses. If you don't select anyone, then it defaults to the admin on the account. You should select every staff member that would use this workflow so they will receive a notification. Below that is the opt-out messaging. You have the ability to disable or enable the Stop All message. Just remember, this message is per TCPA guidelines, so if you disable it, you are responsible for adding it into the text message in your workflow. Below that, you have the first action, which defaults to an email. If you don't want the workflow starting with an email, you can always change it. For this example, we want to start with a text message, so we'll click the red X to remove the email. Then we'll click Add SMS Action. This adds a text message box for us to type our message in. If you want to personalize the message with the household member's name, contact info, or current carrier information, you can use the buttons below the text box to include the variable fields in the message. For this example, we just want to use their first name. After we type out the message, we need to determine when MVP should send this message. For this action, we want it to go out 3 days later. We'll select days and then type 3. So this first message will go out 3 days after we assign the workflow to a household. We can continue to add emails and text to this workflow as needed. It's important to note that each action builds on each other. That means when you are choosing a time for the action to be delivered in, it will be how much time after the previous action. In this example, we'll have the second action go out 1 day after the first action. Once this workflow has run its course, you have the option to have MVP automatically switch the household to an X-date workflow. Please watch our video on setting up an X-date workflow for more on how to create it. Once it's created, click into the drop-down box. You'll see your X-date workflow or workflows there. Make sure to either save workflow if you're just now creating it, or update workflow if you're just making changes. Once you do, you'll return to the workflow page where you will now see the custom workflow in your list of workflows. You can always click the edit button if you wish to make changes in the future. Or if you need to duplicate it for any reason, you can click Clone to create another copy of this workflow. Finally, you have an option to delete the workflow as well. So that's how you create custom workflows. To learn how to assign a workflow, please watch our video on utilizing workflows. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Any kind of automation so if you disable it, you are responsible for adding it into the I don't know why I can't say those words. You are responsible for adding it into the text message in your workflow. Okay. I don't know why that keeps tripping me. Contact info or key